Welcome to Let It Be Budgets. My name is Karen. On my channel, I do all things budgeting related. In today's video, I'm going to be doing my budget overview, my budget with me, my monthly budget, and my cash planning for July. So I'm going to start with my calendar. This is my overview. This is for July 20th, 26th. For all my billing and stuff, this is the first thing I look at before I go to my budget, because everything's here that I know I need to pay. I check off when I know it's come through. I document when I have a spend day. I just highlight it in green so I can keep kind of track on my spending. I document my income and I highlight it in a pink so I know it's income. This is a running tab of my checking account so that I know how much I have in there. I also enter my notes. I put, like, if I have anything that's due for like my yearly or semi-annual bills need to be paid, or if something specific is coming up that's different and I want to keep track of it, I put it under my notes. My months, for me, go between, my weeks are run from Sunday to Saturday. Some people are different. It depends on their pay periods and stuff. They may run their days a little bit differently, but that's how my calendar runs. So I've already completed. We have 31 days in July. The only thing I need to do is look and see. Well, I know I have something due in July that comes out. That's part of my yearly expenses. So I'm going to come back here. So this just keeps, this is like a monthly, yearly tab of what my bills are. So I keep all my bills on here. And these down here are my annual and biannual bills that I have to pay. And I know car insurance was paid, so I'm going to go ahead and check that off. And McAfee is due this month, so I'm not sure what time. What day. I know that it will come out this month, and I got an email on it. I have to go through it though and make sure. But I know that it comes out this month. So that's awesome. And this one says 160. So I'll see if the price has changed on that. So that's all I do there. So I know to keep watch out for it. So this is done. I'm going to update this while I'm here. So my calendar I went through my calendar, and I know that my mortgage went through, my AM funds went through, my water went through, and I can tell you right now because I check them off as soon as I do it, as soon as they come through. Hospital has not come through. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if it was paid off because I got some assistance in some of the bills for medication, really expensive medication. So I don't know if that was related to that or not, if that payment was taken care of. So I'm going to highlight that in yellow, and I highlighted it on my calendar here so I can observe from the end of the month, because today is the 24th. So I'm getting started on my closeout. So that's what I'm doing. And then, so my Honda was paid, electric was paid, my gas was paid. My gas bill went up this month from 100 to 117. Oh gosh, and now Ohio is doing this thing. You're having the not the different places that supply electricity, but how they disperse it. The companies want to go up another $17 a month per, I believe it's a month per person added on to our electric. The utilities are becoming very unmanageable. So I have a phone. I have Wi-Fi, and that was paid. Washington National came through today. So that's has already been come through, and my NGLIC came through today. So everything has been paid, which is good. Okay, except for the hospital, and I highlight it, and I just have to keep watch on it. So there's my calendar. Alrighty. Okay, so this is basically, I do a monthly paycheck. I'm retired, so I have a fixed income. My husband still works. He has his own small business. He gets paid variable. He doesn't get paid on a regular weekly basis or bi-weekly basis. He gets paid at, whenever. It depends on when jobs are done and whatever. So, I can't always depend on it. So, I do a monthly budget. I estimate my budget on how I do my bills and my savings for my sinking funds on the lowest amount he'll usually bring in a year's time. I kind of watch it for like 6 months to a year to see what kind of income he's having and how much he's bringing in per month. I don't go too far out on that because the way prices and stuff, everything's been varying. I can't do it. So I base it on what his lowest amount he's brought in, and that's how I judge my budget. And if we have more than that, that's awesome. I'm so happy. So another thing that I do is for my income. So I always have I almost always have a rollover. And my envelope is what I pay off my credit card monthly, and I use it by my envelopes. So whatever I use for my envelopes goes into this deposit for the bank, and I take it back at the beginning of the month, and I make my credit card payment. So that's what this envelope represents, because this money's coming in to my income to pay for my credit card payment. So that's why that's there. And then we go through I just document when my husband gets paid. So we'll have George 1, George 2, and then we'll have me. And mine is fixed at $15.66. So I'll just write it over here as actual because it's the same. And then when he gets other checks in, I'll just add them in. And I don't have enough spaces for them all most of the time. So you'll see it scattered all over, up and down. But I know where it is. So, and this helps me keep track of what I'm doing. All right, so I have my main bills are my mortgage, and that is at $824 is what I budget for. AM funds, and that is $50. My water, that's usually the first of the month, so that's why I put in the beginning here. I'm going to budget $40. It was $36 last month. That's kind of an average, but I'll keep her at $40 just to make sure. Now, this month is our sewer payment because it's every other month. Let me look on here. I might have written it down. I can't remember. I want to say it runs around 60. Yep. So I'm going to put my 60 on here. That's usually towards the end of the month, but I'm going to put it here anyway because I know I'm keeping those two together. Now my hospital, I'll put this on here. I was paying $35, so that's what I'll budget for. My electric came way down. I budgeted $140, it's down to $85. I'm going to put $100 on there. So far I haven't used the air conditioner or anything. We've been pretty cool. If we can get 70 or 71, we've been doing really good. And we've been down in the like 50 at night. So we're not getting hot. We haven't got hot yet. They say maybe around the first part of July we'll start getting some heat. So I think we've had 2 80-degree days since in this past month. So I don't know. It's weird. Alright, so I'm my electric. My gas went up, like I said, to $117. So I'll put that in my budget. I have my phone. So far my phones are still working, thank goodness. I pay about $120 a month for my phone payment. My Kinetic, which is my not my internet, but my Wi-Fi, is $89. That hasn't really changed. Washington National, that is $82. NGLIC, that is $99. And my city, truthfully, I don't know how much I've spent on that. Because I'm not done. I have things I want to order from Amazon, so I'm going to be using it more. This is what I have here. So 119 plus 25 plus 30 plus 127 plus 6 plus 10 is 317, and I'll probably be adding about, I think it was like 200. What did I think? I'm going to be adding at least 200 more to it. So I'm going to say 500. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to just put 500 as a budget. But this is where the envelope comes in. Because whatever I spend out of my envelopes. So they come out of here. And if it's something really special, I can take it out of my savings. Or I have my buffer in my account. Because I have to maintain a buffer all the time in case my husband doesn't get paid. And I have to cover a bill. So, alright. So that's what I've got there. So let's see if I add it up. I generally don't add up when I'm on film because I don't add real good on the calculator. So, alright, so 824 plus 50 plus 40 plus 60 plus 35 plus 100 plus 117 plus 120 plus 89 plus 82 plus 99 plus 500, so 2116. Alrighty, so that's our bills. My variable expenses each month, I never even added it up last month. I haven't done that yet. Alright, so groceries. I generally spend $700 per month. That's what I budget for. My pet, I budget $80 per month, and that's for food, wet and dry, and cat litter, that kind of thing. And my gas, so far we're holding out at $180 has been enough, so Miscellaneous is $220. Eating out, we've been all right at $200 with this per month because we go out a weekly with our friends. My buffer is $5 per month. Me, I get $80 per month. My hubby gets $80 per month. And Sadie, in her envelope, gets $40 per month. This one I might need to increase because of the incorporating the medications in there for her heartworm and her this is her grooming, her heartworm, and her like flea and tick medication. So that's that. Now what I've done, I kind of simplified things for myself. This indicates my sinking funds. So I have to see if I changed. And my savings. I just write down the two things instead of all of my categories. So I have a form here that Mrs. P created. I got it off of her site. It's messed up because I work my budget. So in my sinking funds, I know that changed. I am now saving $413 for that one. So that's what I'll budget my total for my sinking funds. That's car maintenance, house maintenance, health, abundance, Sadie's vet, and hobbies, and my account 2. My account 2 is my annual and biannual expenses. I have area in my savings account that has buckets, and that's where my bucket system is, and this money gets transferred over there monthly. I don't bring it out and play with it. It just goes right over. And for my savings, that changed to $830 per month on this month because I changed the way I started savings. I'm not doing my Save with Judy, and my 1 month ahead, I'm changed it up to just $50 per week in my 1 month ahead because I'm very close to being completed with that. So that's that on that. So we have $413 and $830, huh? I have $1243 total for those two. Okay. Now, if anything gets altered in this, this is the area where I would do my altering first. I want to have these sinking funds, but if I have to hold off on it, I will. There's a couple of them I will. And then I have sinking funds that I use my rollover, my monthly rollover from my wallet, and that's how I fund those. So this doesn't seem right. 413 and 830. I was at 8. We're all right. Sorry. Was looking at this one. All right. So my extra debt, I put my car payment over here. So that's my Honda, because this is what I'm working on. So I budget $397, but I try to make an extra payment each month. And I got my extra payment from when I started this one, when I paid off my credit card, what I was paying per month that I could tolerate in my budget, that rolled over into what I can pay for my Honda payment. So that's what I'm doing. So this is where I'm at on this. My goal is to have it paid off by the end of the year. I'm praying sooner. So that's it for that. So that's my budget for the month. And that's how I arrive at my, my numbers. So I like this. This makes it easier for me. I have a referral sheet that I can fix up when I need to. Okay, this is my cash planning. I wrote it out. These are my variable expenses, my sinking funds that I have an envelope for, and my savings that I have an envelope for. So my groceries, I do this by, I did initially budget all these things monthly and took it out monthly. One at a time, filled up my envelopes, and then used them. And then I went back down and I tried it every 2 weeks. And every 2 weeks, I would put 2 weeks worth of monies in my envelopes and use it. Now I'm down to weekly. And this weekly seems to be pretty fair. So, you'll see these are not based on the monthly values. They're based on weekly values. So my groceries, I get $175 per week. So I like to have 100, a 50, a 20, and a 5. Because I like to designate my denominations. So my pet, I save $20 per week, and that's a $20 bill. My gas, I save $45 a week, and that's 2 20s and a 5. Miscellaneous, $55 per week, and that's 2 20s, a 10, and a 5. Eating out is a $50 per week. Me, I get 20. My hubby gets 20. So that's 2 20s. Sadie gets $10 per week. And that is her envelope for her grooming and such. So this isn't for her vet. This is just for grooming needs. Alright. My budget I don't document on here for my denomination because it's one time a week. I mean, one time a month that I'm going to put $5 in there. I indicate when I do my cash stuffing, and you'll see that on my second cash stuffing over here, that's when I put the $5 for the buffer in, and that's how I indicate it. My medical, I save $25 per week, and it's with a 20 and a 5. Vet, I save $10 per week, and that's just a $10 bill. My hobbies, I save $10 a week. Oh, I have 5, sorry. I must have changed it at one point and brought it down to 5. So we're at 5. Lost in my world here. So we'll put a 5 and I get a 5. And my 1 month ahead, right now I'm saving $50 per week. And I use a $50 bill. And Christmas, I alternate between $10 and $15 per week. So what you'll see here is I'll put a 10, and once a month I have a 5. Or twice a month I have a 5. But generally I have a 5 3 times a month because of the buffer. But that's how I kind of indicated that 2 weeks a month I get my $5 bill. Alright, so my minis is $50 per week, and this is for my sinking funds, and this is my mini Mondays. So I take a 20, a 10, and 4 5s. Whoops. Okay, Karen. So I have a 20, a 10, and 4 5s. For my escrow, I save $20 per week. And this is, I save this money for if I have a deficiency in my escrow so that my house payment doesn't go up. So I can pay it if I need to, and hopefully I can get it fully funded and I won't need to use it for a while. That's my goal. So I need 4 5s for that because that's my Tiny Tuesdays and my 52-week challenge. My vacation, I save $50 per week, and I'm doing 120, 110, 2 5s, and 10 1s. For my phones, I save $50 per week. This is savings I'm trying to save for phones for my husband and myself. I'm not in any real super big hurry. My phone is still working, but I want to be prepared. And because they're like 6 years old. But as of late, I've had to use the money out of this that I'm saving for this for other things. So, but thankfully I have it, and I'm thankful for that. So, I have a 10, 5 5s, and 15 1s that I use for that. So, this is my plan for the month of July. I'm planning out my envelopes, the denominations of the money that I'll use in my envelopes. And then down here, I'm just gonna go ahead. I need 1 100. I need 3 50s. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 20s. And I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 10s. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 15. So I need 20. And then for 2 weeks, and I need 21 because see I have my extra one there for the 2 weeks, and I need 25 5s, 25 1s, and that didn't change. So that's my 25 1s there. So I have here, I have 100, 150, 11 times 20, oops. That should be 220. And 7 times 10 is 70. And 20 times 5, that would give me 100. And then down here would be 105 when I do the extra one. And then the 25 ones. So that's what I do, and I just add it up, and I have this little, I don't know if I can find it. Here it is. Here's my cheat. This is for the one with the extra 5s, the 105. And this is like my bank break denominations that I send with my hubby to the bank to tell them what denominations I want. So that's how I do it. And that's how I do my cash planning and my monthly budget. So you guys have an awesome day. Thank you for watching me and sticking around. This is kind of difficult sometimes to do this in front of people because you sit here and mess it up. So, and we're always changing it. So I know I'm going to be changing it. So anyway, this is the end of our second quarter also of the year. And so hopefully this weekend I'll be able to reflect on things that I have my goals for the year and what I've been able to accomplish and how far I've come with my goals. So still have 2 more saving days, which we get to do, and that's on tomorrow, on Thursday, I get to do my game day, and on Friday, I get to save with my friends. So you guys have an awesome day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye now.